Hello, welcome to Sports This Morning. I'm Austin Okonakpan.
Good morning and welcome. I'm Cecilia Morgan.
It's great to have you join us again. I'm Taya Salam.
Let's talk sports now. And who says hard work doesn't pay? Coach Audu Adamu still talk about the Super Sand Eagles after putting up a good performance at the CAF Africa Beach Soccer Cup of Nations. They have now climbed 10 places in the overall FIFA ranking released by the World Beach Soccer for December.
Yeah, definitely. And in the English Premier League, it's going to be a busy weekend for most of the clubs. You're starting this evening the game between Everton and Hull City. That will definitely take the stage before the big one on Saturday that everyone should be looking forward to, Liverpool and Manchester City.
Yeah, busy EPL schedule, Austin, with
right.
the games today, tomorrow, as well as on Sunday.
Wow.
We can't wait. Okay, also on the show, from football, we'll go to tennis, where this man, Rafael Nadal, has made a winning return to tennis with a 6-0, with a 6-love, 6-4 victory over Thomas Berdych. That's at the Mubadala Championship in Abu Dhabi. It's good to see Nadal playing again. 2017, you can't help but just hope and think it will be about Nadal staying, away from injury. If you can afford to do that, then you might just have a great 2017 on tour.
That's right. That's right. Particularly when your first test at this Mubadala Championship is against Thomas Berdych, a player that can push you all the way, that can test you. So a good one for Rafael Nadal. This will actually want him to consolidate because he says he's hoping to stay injury-free in 2017.
That'll be the key for Nadal. And going up against Berdych, this guy is met a lot of times before. Nadal clearly, the better player based on their head-to-head record. Prior to yesterday's game, it was 18-4 in favor of Nadal, and he's been able to extend that record to 19-4 now over Thomas Berdych. So good one for Nadal. He had a very, very dominant display in his first match since September last year, when he pulled out, when he ended the season early because of wrist injury. So Nadal, for me, 2017 might just be a great year for him if he can avoid, all these niggling injuries.
Can he avoid it? So he's a power player. One of the thing is, I think I love the way he started this game. 6-love lead in the first set, and he just didn't stop there. So it shows that really he's back, because before this game he was talking about the fact that every time he's training, he doesn't feel the pains that he used to feel anymore. So that tells you that he's fully back, and hopefully he stays injury-free. Australian Open is around the corner. He will just want to start that. And if he can win this one and go ahead to win the Australian Open, that means Rafael Nadal is really back.
Well, if he wins the Australian Open, then you can start talking about Rafael Nadal being back. But right now, the Mubadala Championship is basically exhibition tennis. We can't reach any conclusions based on what we've seen from Nadal so far. But the good thing is he's playing at the moment. No worries with his physical health. And we'll see. He plays Milos Raonic next. And
that'll be a tough one.
But of course, exhibition, but a 6-love, 6-4 result should get us talking. That's dominant. That's impressive. So Nadal wants to prove a point in 2017. Showing us the signs now. Isn't bad.
Might just continue with that. Another player that was in action yesterday was David Goffin, beating Joey Pressonga in his opening match to move to the semi-finals. And that semi-finals obviously is going to be Andy Murray, world number one. I think that sounds funny.
Goffin. I mean, it has to be an upset for him to actually beat Joey Pressonga that convincingly. 7-6, 6-4. Okay, the first set was tie, went to a tie break, but the second set it just raced to a 6-4 win. So David Goffin, like I said, will have it a lot tougher against Andy Murray in the semi-finals. Andy Murray has already stated his ambition, his target to win the Australian Open this year. So I'm sure he will want to, return and carry on the momentum from 2016, into 2017. Okay, we're not 2017 yet, but he will want to carry on that momentum that saw him overtake Novak Djokovic as world number one. So for David Goffin, I think it might just be the end of the road for him. But
it's an exhibition game, as you said. So
yeah, exactly.
Just to test your mind ahead of so many other tournaments for the Australian Open that will be coming up.
Exactly. They're all just getting ready. They're getting ready for the Australian Open preparation games. So nothing too major. But you know what to say about winning? It's if you can inculcate that habit of winning, it helps
From
you
the beginning of the season.
whether it's a friendly match or it's a competitive match or not.
Okay, exhibition,
Winning
no
is
exhibition.
very crucial.
Kind of set the
Yeah.
pace there in that one. So Goffin against Andy Murray
Murray,
later in the day. There's a semi-final. Then you know what's going to happen between Rafael Nadal and Milos Raonic.